is Teenage DC Fan back with another video, and I'm a little late to doing this video, but I'm doing an episode review for Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, and the episode was titled What a Night for the Dark Knight, because this episode guest starred Batman, of course the Dark Knight, and this episode actually released on September 19th, and it's now October 14th at the time of recording this, so yeah, I'm a little late to making this video, but decided I might as well make it still anyway. So I made an episode review for the episode that guest starred Wonder Woman, and, you know, that was okay, but this episode was definitely way better. And then we're also getting an episode with The Flash next season. So this episode was actually the last episode of Season 1 for Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. And the fun fact, there was actually 26 episodes produced for the first season, and this is only the 25th episode. So technically there's still one more episode in Season 1, but it got switched around, so now that's going to be in Season 2. And I think it was supposed to have Whoopi Goldberg in it, so that's happening in Season 2. And yeah, so I suppose we should just jump right into this with the mystery. So the gang is visiting Wayne Manor because Alfred is Daphne's, it's hard to explain. She calls him Uncle Alfie, not really his uncle, and there's a huge joke in the episode how it's like he's her cousin's uncle's dog's brothers, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something like that. So she wants to visit Uncle Alfie. So then she goes to Wayne Manor, and she finds him missing. And then the whole place is a mess. There's claw marks on the walls and stuff. But then they find Batman. Well, more like Batman finds them. And Batman doesn't know who they are. So he's like, "Who are you? Where's Alfred?" And of course they don't know because they're looking for him too. And then once things get figured out, Batman tells them to go on their way because he doesn't want these teenagers involved with this. And he doesn't want them getting in the way. But they still end up tagging along anyway. In a way. So, Batman goes to Arkham Asylum to look for clues, while the gang goes to this abandoned toy factory or something like that, in Gotham City. So, when Batman goes to Arkham Asylum, it's because he thinks that it was the Man-Bat that did this because of the claw marks and stuff like that. So then he gets into Arkham Asylum, and we get some nice cameos from the ventriloquist and also Poison Ivy. They don't talk at all, but you can see them on screen. And then he finds Kirk Langstrom in his cell. So then Kirk Langstrom turns into Man-Bat. So then that's how Batman knows that this can't be the real Man-Bat, because it has to be somebody dressed up as Man-Bat. So then he gets a call from Velma, and then they inform him that they are at that, the abandoned toy factory or whatever. So then he goes there, and they see the Man-Bat. But, like I said, it can't be the real Man-Bat because Kirk Langstrom is in Arkham Asylum. So then they end up capturing him. But before that, Velma goes missing. So yeah, there's that. But then they end up capturing Man-Bat, or supposedly Man-Bat, and then they unmask him, and that's when they find out that it's the Joker. So I think this is way better than the Wonder Woman episode, because the way they did that was, it was a Minotaur, and then it was just some random dude that was underneath the mask. With this, at least it was a Batman villain, and, not just a random civilian. So then they unmask the Joker, and then they find Alfred and Velma. And then that's pretty much the episode. This definitely isn't as good as the original Scooby-Doo and Batman crossover team-up from the new Scooby-Doo movies, but it was still good. Like I said, definitely better than the Wonder Woman episode. I like that they used some different villains in this, because in every other Scooby-Doo and Batman team-up in cartoons, it's always been Joker and or Penguin for the episode. And I like this has Man-Bat in it, even though it doesn't turn out to actually be Man-Bat. They still use Man-Bat, so that was cool to see. And yeah. And of course, Kevin Conroy did voice Batman and Bruce Wayne in this episode, as well as Mark Hamill, who voiced the Joker. And another thing I'd like to note that was pretty funny is, while they were in Wayne Manor, Fred stumbled upon this bust of, I think it's Shakespeare, and then he lifted up the thing and saw a button. So then he pressed the button, and then the Batcave doors open, and that's a nice reference to the 1966 Batman TV series, because that's how Batman and Robin would get to the Batcave. They had that bust of Shakespeare. They would lift up the head and press the button, and the door would open, so that was cool to see. And Steven Weber voiced Alfred in this, and he also voiced Alfred in Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders and Batman vs. Two-Face. And let's see. Yeah. So this is actually the first time that Bruce Wayne has appeared in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Like every other time that Batman was on a Scooby-Doo cartoon, he was always Batman for the whole episode. He was never actually Bruce Wayne. So yeah, a lot happened in this episode, but at the same time, a lot didn't happen. But enough happened to keep it entertaining. I definitely enjoyed watching this episode. So yeah, this has been my episode review for What a Night for a Dark Night for Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. I will be sure to make an episode review for when The Flash or any other DC superheroes appear on this show in next season, or the season after that, or whenever. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.